And I want to welcome everybody on Facebook. I had to cut my song short because when I get on Facebook, for some reason, I put my song up there, Facebook cuts my video short because they always tell me that it's not my music. And I'm like, no shit, I know that it's not my music. So anyhow, we have Theresa Sayers holding, but I got a couple of announcements I want to make. I announced earlier about the Cabin on 360s, the world's largest ghost hunt event that is going to be on September 25th. Tickets are $20. It starts at 7 o'clock. We are going to have a blast. You get to investigate 3 locations. One's going to be the cabin. One's going to be the Brick Rancher and the woods. So if you haven't got your tickets for the world's largest ghost hunt, make sure you do that. Go to Cabin on 360's page. Grab your ticket. $20. You can't beat the price of that. And, we're going to have a good time. I'll be there. So I'll make a point to be there. The other thing, I was really excited because David Flowers, he does investigations out at the historical Powhatan Resort in Williamsburg. He actually does tours out there. So he has started those tours back, which I'm really excited. I'm trying to figure out which day I want to go on the tour. So those are Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays at 9 p.m. And those tickets are $15. So you can go on the Virginia Paranormal Occurrence page and get your tickets for that. So that's going to be a lot of fun because after you do the tour, they do investigating. So Theresa Sayers, my buddy, little buddy, old pal, I love her to death. She's such a sweet person. Theresa has been a psychic medium for I can't tell you how long. She knew she had psychic abilities when she was like really, really young. And she had always had a sense of knowing, as she put it. She always has a sense of knowing things. She took some psychic development classes to help her understand better what it was she had. I wish they had that when I was younger. I didn't even think about anything like that. I just kind of struggled and thought I was going to burn in hell. So it helped her to better understand who she was. She is the co-host of Crossroads with Jody Nettles. That show is Thursday nights at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And she's also a co-host on The Otter's Den, which is every other Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every other Monday. I don't know if I said that, but it's every other Monday. She's co-host of a couple other shows, but I didn't have time to put them in here because she loves me. I was busy doing something. Not that I don't love Theresa, but she understands. But anyway, y'all, this is not a PG show. So if you have kids, don't bring them on this part of the show. So anyway, Theresa, we got like an hour. Well, now we got 55 minutes because I ran my mouth. So let me get her. Hold on. Hello?
Hey.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. Are you getting an echo?
No, I'm not getting an echo. Can y'all hear us? Are we lagging on Facebook? Hi, Heather. How are you? Hi, Ashley. Can y'all tell me if I'm lagging? Because last week I lagged and I did not like it. So can you let me know if I'm lagging? They're going to let me know if I'm lagging. But anyhow, can you tell me the other shows that you are a co-host?
Okay, I heard you mention Crossroads.
Yes.
And the Otter's Den.
Yes.
Also, Evenings with Dr. Mary Barrett, which is 9 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday nights. At the moment, I'm taking a little break.
Okay.
And that's it for the shows. That's enough.
I was about to say you're
a lot on the plate.
Yeah, you're co-hosting a lot and you got a lot on your plate and I can't keep up with your lifestyle. Like, girl.
I can't keep up.
and I know I'm going to...
I cannot see you, girl.
I know. You can't see me at all?
I cannot. It's driving me crazy. I tried.
Girl, I'm on Facebook Live. Like, as live as I can get it. They can hear you. They can hear you just perfect. Yeah. Heather. You know what? It's probably spirits playing around with everything.
Well, this is not great.
This is, look.
It's, I did my whole thing. I should have been good here.
All right. See, that's why, Hooker, you should have done any of that stuff before my show. Like, really. now you've done set it off to where you can't see me.
Oh. Wait, I'm still playing while we're talking.
Yeah, she's so funny because
Scary.
Theresa is funny because the other night I like knew I had some attachments or whatever, so I call and I had all these candles lit all over the table. I didn't tell her I had any candles lit on the table. So she's asking me where the candles are coming from. Well, she lives some way the hell somewhere else. Okay, she don't even live like near me. She had no idea I had those candles on the table. It's almost like she did a what you call it, remote viewing thing, and was able to see all these candles on my table, and they were all lit. I was trying to cleanse myself with all the bullshit.
That was funny.
That's how.
I closed my eyes and I just saw the candles and like, what? Oh.
See, that's
so
how.
I
That's
had to mention it to you.
yeah. That's how intuitive. This is how intuitive she is. Like candles. Didn't even say anything about candles. Nothing. It's amazing. Earlier, what
was so important?
Yeah, I know. We
the fact that, hey, I saw that.
Yeah, and see, she's just amazing like that. She does readings also, y'all. So you'll have to hook up with her.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you'll have to hook up with her. You know, but we were talking about her and I can talk forever. We were talking earlier about physical mediums, which we have not found a lot of research on that, right?
Right.
Yeah, we've been we've been trying to find research about that. So physical mediums, how do we want to talk about that? Because I figured maybe it was more like people that are empaths, but then it goes beyond that, right?
It does. You can actually pick up the person's pain, how they died. You actually go through it. You take on their mannerisms. If you're not careful, you can actually channel them. You have to be careful with that, which we both know. You either give them permission or you don't, which I do not give permission. You are not going through me. No.
Yeah.
You can talk to me, but you are not going through me.
Yeah.
So that's another thing about physical mediums. They're very good at that.
True. Because we were talking about like you have your empath people that, you know, pick up everybody's feelings, or it doesn't take much for me. I could just sit next to somebody, and if they're sick or having a pain, I'm going to feel it. I don't even have to touch them anymore. But
oh my God.
Yeah. We were talking on the lines of that's the empath, but then it's a step above where spirit kind of, you know, when you're doing a reading or whatever, they kind of make you feel how they passed, how they died, and
exactly.
Yeah.
And then there's times when, no, I shouldn't say times. Every time I do a reading, it doesn't matter, you know, the grounding and this and that I've done or whatever before the reading.
Yeah.
There are times I could be down for days. I am just done, completely drained. It's, you know, so I know I need to do more work with that as far as that goes.
Right.
Because it also makes me very sick. It takes its toll on my body in general.
Right. You and I talked about that.
That's one way I can describe that.
Yeah.
I've had many surgeries. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. Theresa and I talked about how we're going to address that, because like she said, you can ground all day long. You can burn as much sage as you want. You can invite white light in all you want, but you know, when you get a situation like that, you're just drained from it. Yeah. So I got you on that.
Yeah, And of course, we all know when, because like beacons, when they want our attention, they will bruise you, not to hurt you. They don't mean to.
Right.
Scratch you. Anything to get your attention. So I have woken up with multiple, bruises and, scratches. No, bad scratches. No, it's not demonic. For anybody thinking that, no, not everything is demonic. But those are the things that happen to mostly physical mediums, but other mediums as well.
Right.
Because spirit wants attention. Spirit wants, hey, I'm here, pay attention to me. You're not paying attention to me, this is how I'm going to get your attention.
Yeah. That happens to me frequently.
It's just that it can be worse for physical mediums.
Right. Heather said I'm starting to lag.
Really?
Yeah, I was hoping I wouldn't lag. I'm trying to figure out what is it that I'm doing wrong where I am lagging on my show, because I've got everything turned down. I have the volume turned down on the laptop. I've got the volume, of course, not all the way turned down on my phone because I got to somewhat have it up, so I don't know why I'm lagging. It's very frustrating. Maybe I have it turned up too high.
Yeah, I guess it is. Yeah.
So, how old? Because you said from a very young age. I mean, I know my stuff started when I was like 6 years old. So, how old were you that you can remember where this started with you?
I believe I was 4 going on 5.
Okay.
I can remember sitting on these old basement stairs, and in the basement my mother had set up a playroom down there for me, and every time she would send me down there to play, I could never get past the 3rd step. And everything was a cool setup for a little kid, but I could not go past that 3rd step. So I would end up sitting there. And my mother would open the door. Why aren't you playing? You okay? Yeah, I'm fine. Put my little hands in between my legs and just sit there and rock. She closes the door and I look over. You really want to play, but there's something there. I couldn't see it, but I could feel it. And I knew that it wasn't good because it was a bad feeling. That's all I knew, it was bad. I didn't understand it.
Right.
But I just knew, don't go down there.
Right.
So that's where I would sit.
Oh, wow. That must have been terrifying.
Oh, it was. It was. I used to hide under the blankets quite a bit, trust me.
Right.
Like that. And it did not matter how hot it was. I could sweat profusely, and it didn't matter. I was staying under those blankets.
Well, how did it work out for you as you got older?
Actually, I believe I blocked a lot of that out. You can't fully block it out, but I would try the best I could. And, if you saw something, nope, I didn't see that, nope. And then just start doing something else and just keep moving. Yep, didn't see it, nope. Yeah. But, things would happen, and I would just know, we're going to say, I have vivid dreams. If I have vivid dreams, I know for a fact, if I dream the same dream over and over, well, of course, that dream is going to come true. When that happens, I don't have that dream anymore. It stops.
Gotcha.
Other than that, I do not remember my dreams. It's rare that I do. And when I do, there's usually something behind it I need to know.
Right. That makes sense. See,
I've even had dreams where I felt like I actually got up and walked around, like out of body.
Yeah, I have had
and
those.
And observed my surroundings.
Yeah. Yeah, I have had
I can
those.
hear people talking. Yes, but you can't see them. You hear them clearly,
Mm-hmm.
but you're on a whole nother level.
Right.
And then I would go back in, I guess you could say, into yourself or whatever. And then I would wake up, and if you didn't fully, let's say, go into yourself, you
Right.
would wake up completely exhausted.
Right.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I mean, it does. I haven't had the same experiences that you've had. Hi, Stephen. How are you? It says
It's
Stephen.
like you still had one foot in and the other foot out. Just when you wake up, one foot is still in there and the other one's out. Does that make sense too?
Yeah, I haven't had the same type of dreams where it's like been over and over and over and over with stuff, but I have had dreams where I like for instance, one night I was standing out in front of the cabin on 360 and I was just standing there, and it was just as if I was, I mean, it was like I was right there. Everything was in color. And I remember the sidewalk, it was so weird. It, for some reason, turned into tinfoil and something just pulled me back, but it pulled me back into my body pretty much. It's like, no, you don't need to be here. It's like something lured me there, but it lured me there from here, if that makes sense. It wasn't, I wasn't physically, but it was like it was so real. I mean, it was real. I'm not even going to say so real. It was real.
Right.
And I ended up coming back, and then recently, it was so cool. I was in my bedroom at my mommy's house, and I was looking at my bedroom window, and I could see the neighbor's house, and then something again, pulled me back, and I was mad because I wasn't ready to come back from there yet. I was in my room. And I was mad. I was pissed off because it was like whatever, pulled me back, said it's time for you to come back now, and just pulled me back into my room, and I didn't like that.
It sounds like you weren't ready to deal with that situation.
Yeah.
So you were being pulled back from it.
Yeah. Well, I knew something like from that night. Yeah, from the cabin I had, we had investigated it the day prior, and there was something there. It was like a sense, it was more heavier than normal that particular night. It was like there was a new presence there, because at the cabin you can kind of, or I can't, I'm not going to speak for everybody. I'm going to speak for myself. You can tell when there is a presence that is off there, that is not, is kind of new. I don't know if Dennis would agree with me on that, but I can feel a different heaviness. I don't know if it's something that somebody brings with them when they come, but it's a different feeling. So I felt like that night I was lured from my sleep to go there.
A lot there.
Yeah. But sometimes when you go there, it's like extremely, it's heavier than normal. Cause I know I've been at the cabin enough to know that how the energy feels. And I don't think I'm the only one when they pick up heaviness. It's like a heaviness there.
Right. It does.
Hi, Renee.
Heaviness. It's funny. I've never been there. They had a brochure on the table. Mm-hmm. And I was talking to someone, and I put my hand on it, and it had the picture of the cabin of 360 on there. I put my hand on it, and I was talking to the person standing there. And all of a sudden, I kid you not, this is no lie, I got zapped. And I'm not talking about just the shock, like static electricity, little shock, from a carpet type thing. I mean zapped all the way at my arm.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
I need to go there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So see, I'm not the only one. Heather Dotson, she is on Crop's team as well. And she knows what I'm talking about. It's like the energy shifts there. It's like somebody leaves residue or something behind, and it's just creepy. But that particular, and I told Dennis even that night when I told him that night, or that evening when I left, that it felt heavier than normal, that something just felt weird. But then that very next night when I went to bed, it was like something was like, come, come here, and whatever it was, I tried to leave.
It was trying to lure you.
Yeah, I tried to leave it there.
It was trying to lure you.
Yeah. And I thought I left it there at the cabin. I remember it wanting to come in the car with me, and I'm like, no, you better get the fuck out my car. And, use my black salt, because I always carry black salt in my car. I keep it in my trunk to swipe my feet with when I'm done with investigations. I put my feet in black salt, so I'm not carrying stuff with me.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So, yeah. I thought I was the only one.
Nope.
I guess we're twins. Yeah.
There you go.
Look, last time, y'all, when I went on an investigation, I put salt in my lotion, literally. Because,
That's not a bad idea.
I did. I put salt in my lotion. I actually put Kimberly Moxley's Hex salt in my lotion so that, I wouldn't have somebody casting shit on me, because she makes a really good hexing thing. She's not on here tonight. Her whole family, I think, has COVID, so she's not on with me tonight. But yeah, she had made me this really cool stuff. Yeah, everybody.
My prayers to you and your family.
Yeah, everybody's sick over there, so
Sorry.
yeah, it's really bad. Her kids have it. It's a terrible thing. So.
Aw, that's a lot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But she made me the stuff, and I was like, well, let me just.
Okay, though.
Oh yeah, they'll be fine. I was just like, let me try to make this stuff and put it in my lotion. So that's what I ended up doing.
Go, girl.
Yeah. Yeah, I've learned to do that. Spray myself down with salt water,
Good.
Yeah, because I know you take doing this stuff just as seriously as I do, but we both, no matter what we do, because of what we do, we pick up attachments we don't mean to. I can't tell you how many Keith has had to remove.
Oh my God, yeah. Same here, yep.
Yeah.
He's removed a few from me. Yeah, trust me. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just.
I did the precautions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I even wore
there are sometimes. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say I even wore the bracelets he told me to wear, because he told me to wear clear quartz. So I did that. I wore clear quartz on both wrists, and I wore onyx on one, and I wore tourmaline on the other, like he told me to do. And I still pick stuff up, and I'm just like, seriously? So, you pick stuff up because you feel out of the norm.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, you can tell. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you just don't feel like doing your same normal stuff.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Your whole persona changes. Yes.
Yeah, because I know that I was
you want it.
Right. I was yeah, all kinds of stuff.
Very lethargic. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because they want to isolate you so that they can do their work on you. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was my stomach.
Yeah, we know how that goes.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that is very true. I know when I enjoyed myself in Florida, but when I came home, I just felt ever so slightly off, and I was very, bitchy. Like, more bitchier than normal. Like, like beyond the bitch club shirt. It was terrible.
Oh my God, you were such a bitch.
I was.
Oh my God, Jerry, how dare you?
It was terrible.
Really, what were you thinking?
I know, but it was so out of the norm for me. I'm not the person that my sister may disagree with this, and my mom too. But I'm not the person that just snaps somebody's head off, And I was snapping I was very snippy. I was one of those snippy bitches. Oh, I'm lagging again. God.
Oh no.
I know. I don't understand it. Somebody that does podcasts is going to have to explain to me why is it that there is a lag.
I don't know.
Yeah, I shouldn't have one. It makes no sense.
Wow.
Yeah, so.
I can feel you. All right. Breathe, girl, breathe.
Yeah, she can feel me from all the way over here. She knows I'm irritated. Heather is doing a really good job of letting me know. Heather is doing a really good job of letting me know when it's lagging, because last week I got so frustrated with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Jose, I've got bookings through October. I am. It's just, it's very frustrating. And I don't understand. I don't know how to use the other stuff that everybody else uses. I can't think of the name of it. It starts with a D. I can't think of the name of that one. But they, I don't know how to use that. So that's why I do what I'm doing.
Wait.
Let's see. Keith said lifesaver. Can you check me for attachments while you're looking at me? Difference between Blog Talk, Facebook Live, and Call In. Okay, he has all three going. See, and I do. It's just irritating as I'm listening to thunder in the background, but it's very irritating. No, I'm not using anything wireless. My son has all my wireless stuff. He does. He took my little, I had my little cute little snowball thingy, and I was like, he's got that. So I don't know what's going on with it. It's just ridiculous, because now I have to upload a laggy Facebook on my YouTube channel. And who the hell wants to watch a laggy show?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I can see it lagging.
I don't know what to say.
I know. Feels like I just saw that little snap there. I know.
I know what you say.
I don't even have my, let me see. Let me see if I can get rid of some of my like irritating.
Okay.
There. I have to put my smudge spray on. Keith is so nice. He's not seeing or feeling any type of attachments, which is a good thing.
No. You're clear.
I'm watching a Matt show. She's so funny. Well, good. At least I know I don't have anything. I could have sworn I brought something back, but I'll take your word for it. There. Whatever was attached is gone now. Actually, that don't smell too bad. It has many different...
Oh, no, that's...
Yeah.
That thing is gone.
Yeah, it's gone. Thank God. Whew. So glad Keith can look into stuff like that, and you introduced us. Because that's really cool. Yeah.
Welcome.
At least I know I have somebody that can, look and say, okay, let's get rid of this, and this, because I can't, when I pick up stuff, I can't, I don't really feel it, but I notice a change in my attitude. That's when I know. So
yeah, I saw it. I saw it, but Keith was the one that removed it.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the one who moved the little sucker. He's the one who removed that.
Yeah. So when him and I work together, we kind of balance each other out. Species as well. So, and we both have healing ability. Well, he's been at it for a while, so
yeah.
I'm learning about mine like that. Yeah, we've been working together on it.
Well, you said you'd taken some psychic class to help you, which, I would have never thought to take that. I had Katie Bug help me through a lot of my stuff, and she owned a crystal shop in Urbana. So I got really lucky with her. She taught me how to embrace what I have. I didn't know anything about psychic classes then. I wish I did back then, but I guess it wasn't that timing, and she was supposed to be in my life to help me, because I was going to go to Eastern State and lock myself there.
Oh my God, Jared. Yeah.
It was bad.
You can feel that way.
Yeah. and then finally she, one day just nailed me on the phone, and she's like, stop letting them, take control of everything, because they once they find out that you can communicate like that, they bombard you constantly, day in, day out. You can't sleep. They poke you, pop you on your feet, poke you in your back, run their finger up your back, and they wake you up, and I was just getting so irritated. Then finally she said, look, she was like, you need to treat them just like you're treating a regular human being, as if you're talking to them, and set an appointment with your spirits. And for some reason, when she said that, it just clicked.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I yelled at a spirit one night here. It was messing with my bird, and I was getting very agitated, and I was half asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't look. I just got up, and I said, would you leave my effing bird alone and just stop? Right?
Yeah.
Well, come find out, the spirit that I yelled at, which I felt really bad, was the spirit of a little girl. And I felt really bad.
Yeah.
But she was messing with the bird, but if I knew it was a little girl, if I had been more awake.
Yeah.
And, I had paid attention, I would not have been like that with her. I would explain differently, like, please, the bird gets scared, you can't do that.
Right.
Like, no,
well, I mean, you're halfway asleep.
I was like, no, I can't do this.
Yeah, you're halfway asleep. That's like the spoon that I keep. I keep it to ground with. I keep a spoon by my, I have like a little desk chair here in my room. So I, take that and put it on my feet, because I use that to ground with. And one night, it kept moving, like it was moving across my chair I have here. And I'm like, will you stop? And then, I realized it was a little girl. It was something that I had picked up. And, I was like, you just need to go back. You need to go back to, the cabin woods, because I knew I had picked her up from there. I knew she came home with me, but it was just so agitating, because I was tired, and you're moving this spoon, across my thing, and she's trying to get my attention, but I'm halfway asleep. And then when I realized that it was the little girl that I picked up, I was like, you need to go back. So now when I go to the cabin and investigate, I'll go to that certain part of the woods where she was at, which we call it the portal, but it's in between these two trees that kind of look like a portal, and she kind of stays there. And so, but I was halfway asleep. So.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
Well, after I explained to her, though, when I got up the next day, she understood. She was fine.
Yeah.
She was very amused at teasing the bird, though. She did say that.
Right.
Like, well, please don't do that, because the bird can have a heart attack.
Right. Yep, that's true.
Yeah, and she was sorry after that.
Yeah. So, I mean, we don't
I had to act like a parent. No. No.
Right. So I agree with you on that. But
So.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, we need to learn more about physical mediums.
Yeah.
I have an interest in that. I really would like to know more.
Well, I think
much information.
Yeah,
so
I think
if anybody knows.
Yeah.
Where we can look and find it. I mean, I did try to look it up, but kind of like, not much.
Right. Yeah. No, there's not a lot of information on that, but I still think it lies with people that are empaths, that can pick up other people's feelings, and then we just happen to have that times greater because, of spirit world, or a spirit being able to come to us. Like I told you this afternoon when we talked, the trip from Yorktown, just innocently, I wasn't thinking about anything. I was driving through Yorktown. I wasn't thinking about nothing. I was on my way home, and then out of nowhere, this soldier just came into my car, hopped in my car. And for 2 days, 2 or 3 days, I had to, feel what he felt, the different wars, the different things that was happening to him in war at that time, how he passed away. And then he ended up going to the light. He ended up just leaving. But I was down for a few days, and I had not done anything. I had just came from my mom's house. Didn't do nothing.
There you go.
And it just came out of nowhere. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was on the couch because I know, like I said, I know I did a Facebook Live on it. I was down. I'm trying to think of what event. I know when it was. It was when they had this event in Matthews at the Heiko house. Maybe Heather remembers that. When they did that event, I was down for days. I wasn't even able to go on that investigation because I was on my couch halfway asleep for like 3 days having to fill this man's stuff. And like I said,
my God.
Once he left,
I hate that.
Yeah, everything lifted and went away like nothing. So, yeah.
Yep, he did what he needed to do, and you helped him cross over. He used your energy, and he crossed over.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he sure as hell used it. He used a lot of it.
Yes. But the thing is, his story, and that's what he wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure you get the same way. Yeah, Heather remembers. Jose, I'm reading your stuff. I'm trying to keep it with what you're writing here as, yeah. I got a friend of mine, Jose, that is going to come on my show. I just got to figure out a good day, or not even that. Well, yeah, good day to bring him on a Tuesday, because he wants to discuss portals and different things like that. As long as you're not one of those non-believer people.
Right.
Because I get picky I will not have no non-believer people on my show. I just won't. But yeah. I won't have no political people on my show too, so keep that shit off of my show. It's not about politics. It's about ghostly and spiritual stuff. And green... Look, and green beans, in which I haven't received. But, that's a whole different level.
Now, wait a minute. We just need your address, and, the beans can travel. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Yes, they can travel.
Beans will travel.
Yeah, I'll shoot you my address.
Yes, you should.
Yeah, well, yeah, Jose, we'll have to talk first, because I don't do religious stuff on my show. It's like clear-cut spiritual, clear-cut, paranormal. I don't do none of that. I'm just being honest. But yeah, we can talk about it. I'll shut my mouth. So anyway, Heather remembers when the Heiko house, when they did an investigation with Crop at the Heiko house, and I wanted to go so bad, and I wasn't able to go because I was just down for those days. Couldn't go. But let me ask you something. Have you ever experienced like going to a place and like you go to a historical place, for instance, and you're shown back in time?
Oh my God. Yes, I have had that happen. I will mention the name because everybody pretty much knows this place by now. It's in Norristown, Pennsylvania. It's the Selma Mansion. And I can tell you that I've had many experiences there. And yes, I was there with another psychic medium. And we decided to go together and walk around and see what we pick up. And we had a recorder and pencil and paper. And we went into this one room.
Mm-hmm.
And as we stepped into the room, like, the whole atmosphere just changed. It's like you just stepped into a whole nother era, which we did. And as I was sitting writing. A drop of blood, and I could see it plain as day, a drop of blood dripped from my nose onto the paper that I was writing on.
Oh, wow.
And I could see the splatter as it dropped. And I actually went to wipe my nose because I thought, oh my God, I've got a nosebleed. Well, guess what? I touched my nose, I looked at my hand, there was no blood there. I looked back at the paper, it was gone.
Oh,
but
wow.
it was clear as day, yes. And then the other medium, was picking it up on a man that was in the room, and he was showing her some things, and I don't want to mention it, but it had a lot to do with the vision that I saw. And there are other layers there as well. So, yeah, talk about stepping back in time, yeah, and seeing things in a whole different perspective.
Right.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when the room changes. You can see what it looked like before. And the people running around through the house and what they were wearing and so forth. I mean, it's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had experiences like that. Sometimes where I do some of my part-time work at where I'll just sit and be quiet, and I've even closed my eyes and it's like it flashes you back to that time period of, what happened back then or who was there. It's really interesting. It happens to me a lot when I go to Yorktown or Williamsburg.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
But it is a whole different thing, yeah.
Yeah.
A whole nother level.
Oh, yeah.
Went to a hotel one time. No joke. It was like the Hotel California, and actually, Keith and I went there. We were tired from driving, and we had to stop. And talk about a whole nother level. Oh my God. There were layers and layers of different time periods. It was so intense and unbelievable. You didn't know what time period we were in.
Oh, wow.
Because there were so many. Yes. Just in the one area of the hotel itself, the whole hotel. The ground that it was actually on. Let's put it that way.
Keith said that place was nuts.
Oh my God. Yeah. The things we saw and our experiences. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you with the two of you, your experiences, like how y'all work off of each other, is pretty interesting because you're both have the same thing.
Yeah. It's really crazy how when the two of us are together, when we're, just say, working on a case, I'll use that as an example, we forget that, we're actually a couple, and we just go into work mode, and we talk, and it's like, hey, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Because this is what I'm seeing. We need to do this, and it's like, oh, get out of my head. And I'm like, no, you get out of my head because we are right there.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
like
wild.
That. Mm-hmm.
That's wild. That's
when
neat.
we do it, we mean business.
Yeah. Well, that's how, like...
Because it's all about the client.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like how my friend and I have a couple people like that, but like when Marjorie and I do investigations together, because we're doing a lot of in-town stuff, we joke around, but we know that to separate, you know what I'm saying? It's when we're down to business,
Exactly.
It's business, it's concentration, and, taking it very seriously. And I'm sure that the people that are on here with me, like Heather, when we are doing investigations, we take what we do very seriously. It's not, a game or
right.
something to play around with.
Exactly.
Because you could get hurt.
not a game.
So.
Not a game.
Yeah.
We actually helped a couple of people who provoked, okay? And we had to go through some things with them and get them to understand, do not provoke.
Right.
Because if you provoke, you are going to get exactly what you asked for. If not, more.
Yeah.
So luckily, the ones that I'm talking about, we were lucky to get to them in time and able to get rid of it.
Oh, wow.
But the thing is, too many people do not take it seriously because it's like, well, I can't see it, so I don't believe it.
Right.
Well, guess what, people? It's there.
Right.
It's there.
That's right.
Why are there so many issues today? The veil is thin, number one.
Right.
Number two, more people are becoming spiritual. Number three, well, the whole, never mind. You know what? I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to shut my mouth, so I'm going to get in trouble.
Damn it, get into that. We have 12 whole minutes for you to get into that subject.
No. I'll be a good one tonight.
Can you just,
and,
can you like briefly?
Hard, but I'm going to be good.
Damn it. You're not supposed to be good on my show. What'd you say? Wait a minute. What'd you say?
People need to wake up.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
I'm just going to say people need to wake up. And, I'm not trying to be hypocritical. I'm just trying to help people out by saying, do your homework.
Yeah.
Do your homework.
Yeah.
Don't just go investigate in places. And yes, I'm avoiding the third one.
Yes, avoid the third one. Okay. Avoid the third one like the plague.
Yes, I'm avoiding the... Yes.
Avoid it like the plague.
Make sure you do your homework before you attempt to do something that you really don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. I try to explain that to people all the time. Don't open up a door that you know nothing about, and because it's not anything to play around with. You can get hurt doing things that you don't know what you're doing. If there's something, if I go into a place and the energy is stronger than what I can handle, I'm going to call somebody. I'm either going to call Frank Lazaro, who is from New Jersey, Paranormal, or I'm going to call Dennis. One of the two. I'm sure you know Frank Lazaro. He's out in Jersey, and he has New Jersey Rope. That's my original team, that I was with. And so, he's my go-to person even now, even though he's in New Jersey and I'm in Virginia. So no, she's not going to elaborate on the people do need to wake up. She said she don't want to elaborate on that, so I'm not going to ask her to do that in 10 minutes. So.
Well, and that's another show.
Yeah, that is a whole nother show.
Thing is, time on the other side is nothing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's metaphysical.
Right.
So you have no idea when it's coming.
Right.
So you may think, oh, nothing happened to me? Well, 10 years later in our lifetime, something could.
Right.
And it could be 10 minutes in the metaphysical world.
Right.
They have no time.
That's right. There's no sense of that. And I remember having a conversation with Frank Lazaro telling me, because I had always met like good spirit, you know what I mean? Never really ran into anything that was bad. And I remember when I got off the phone with him because, we were having a conversation about investigations, and, he was like, you will meet your match one day. And I sure did meet my match. I did when I went to New Jersey and had that whole thing happen there. But it was a good thing that I was with a good team that knew what they were doing I'm not sure now with Dennis.
Thank God.
I would trust my life, my life in Dennis's hands if something happened. And Dennis,
he's good.
yeah, oh yeah, he's good too, and he knew. You know,
he's very humble. He's very humble
yes,
too.
yes, we love Dennis Eslock. The ghosts don't like him, but we like him.
Well, he'll know him.
Well,
he has no problem. Don't.
No, he don't. Exactly. He has no problem with fuck that. That's right. He has no problem with the fuck off word, and we love him, but I would trust him if something was to happen to me that he would take care of that. He would nip that in the bud, and he's done it already, so that's a good thing. My cousin's on here. She's like, "Hi from your Texas cousin. Hello."
Aw.
So, yeah. Yep. I got my family support on here. But yeah, I know what you mean with...
We need to do another show, Jerry.
Yeah, I think we'll have to do another show.
We have a lot more to talk about. I could keep going.
Yeah, I know. We should. I'll have to look. I'll look at my book. I know, girl, I'm booked. I think I'm booked almost into October.
Oh, wow. Nothing like inviting myself back.
Yeah, no. You know what? I love...
you asking me?
Listen, we can talk about this. I know we can talk about this for hours because what people don't know is me and Theresa talk on the phone for quite a long time.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. But, you need people like that to bounce off of.
Do a YouTube.
We should.
People what?
We should. I said we can bounce. People need people that they can bounce off of that can relate to them, because if you don't have what we have going on, people can't relate. And I'm not trying to be mean when I say that. They can't relate. They don't understand. So you need people that have those same things that you have to be able to bounce off of, because there's times when you think you're going nuts and you're not. And I've had people, it's in your head. No, it's not. You're making that up. No, I'm not, bitch. I'm not. People don't live my daily life. Half of the spirit I do see, I'm going to tell you right now, I see him every day, and I just act like I didn't see him because I want to shut some of that stuff off.
I used to.
Yeah, I'm trying to mind my own business, and they'll come right up towards you, or you'll see somebody in public and you'll see their loved one standing by them, or you'll see their pet next to them, and you're just like, I'm like this with little blinders, like, okay, I'm not questioning myself. I'm just like, okay, I'm shutting this off for now, because they'll do this, with the little finger and get you to say something, and the timing sometimes isn't good. I walked into a restaurant where a person just recently lost their child, okay? And I saw the child sitting across the table from them as if they were like in the real. But the timing, you could tell by the person, they were still, of course, teary-eyed. If I would have said something, that person would have broke right then and there. You got to be respectful. And I knew the timing was not good.
Exactly.
I can't do that. So, and I'll see this person again, because when Spirit wants you to give a message, they'll make it happen. If they got to do a part 2, they'll make it happen.
They're persistent.
Yeah, and you have to believe in, we got about 4 minutes, but we have to respect a person's belief system too, because some people don't believe in that. I had somebody point blank tell me, people don't come back here to visit. They go to heaven and they stay there. They don't come back down here. The only people that come back down here is evil devils. That is their belief system. But it isn't. But I mean, not from what I've been shown, that's not true, but that is their belief system, and I have to respect that. If that's what they believe in.
If they want to believe that. Exactly.
And we were very cordial about it. I can agree to disagree. We're adults. We should be able to be mature enough to agree to disagree, on things. And that's,
everyone has their own belief.
Yeah, and that was fine with me. And I still talk to this person. I don't, that's them, and that's okay.
Oh, that's good.
had people that I don't believe in spirit at all. And I'm like, that's their belief. I'm okay with that. I don't have time. All I can do with people is give them the knowledge and give them the different things. And I'm sure you do the same thing of what you have been shown. That is all I can do. And like when I have to give a message.
What spirit did.
Yeah. If they don't believe it or they don't want to believe it, that's okay. As long as I get some of that stuff off of me, I'm okay, because then I don't have to deal with this person poking me and making me listen to muffled music half the night, because that's what happens to me. I can't speak for anybody else.
Real quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, real quick. We got about 3 minutes.
And they want to know about the deceased loved one. They want them to come through.
Mm-hmm.
That does not always happen. It's not always the case.
Yeah.
It's usually, like we're talking about, spirit will tell you what they need to know at that specific time.
Right.
Only.
Right.
And that's one thing a lot of people do not understand, because they're still focused on, well, why isn't my loved one coming through? That's not what you need to know right now.
Right.
We're giving you information that you need to know now.
Right.
You may not like it, but that's what we are given.
Right. You're right. And I go through that, which I'm sure, like you just said, you go through the same thing, with, I don't know, I've had, when I've done readings on people, they've asked me some weird shit, and spirit it's not material, it doesn't matter to them anymore. It's a trip on some of the stuff. We got about less than 2 minutes. Well, it's 1 minute. We're going to have to do a part 2.
Yeah.
You're going to have to come back for part 2.
Send me up as soon as you can.
Yeah, I'll
Give me a date as soon as you can.
Yeah, because we can talk about this particular subject for another hour.
Or we can get deep.
Yeah, we can get deep into the subject. So sometime in October, I'm going to be bringing Theresa back on the air as soon as possible, so that we can discuss this subject, or unless somebody cancels on my show and then I'm not able to have that person on, I'll be like, hey, can you come on and let's talk about this? Because it sucks when I leave people hanging. I feel like that's what I'm doing, is like leaving people hanging, and I'm not meaning to. We got several callers on the line, and then we got several people on live, so it's like, yeah, this is really a good subject to talk about, because people want to know. So I can't cut into Ryan's show, though. He'll kill me. And I've got,
Thank you.
No, I appreciate you coming on. I've got
I got you.
Girl, 36 seconds
Thank
left.
You so much.
All right, well, I appreciate
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in.
Yes, I appreciate y'all. And tune into her show Thursday nights at 9 o'clock. You never know, I might pop up on Crossroads. Oh, maybe we can do it on Crossroads. It's a thought.
Ooh.
Think about that. All right, we got 10 seconds.
We can do that, too.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much.
Love you, girl.
Love you, Terry.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye. Night. I can talk to Theresa forever, y'all. Because we just have so much in common when it comes to this particular subject. So either she's coming back in October, or we'll talk about me tuning in on Crossroads, one of the two. We'll figure it out. But I'll still bring her back, I think, on here, because this was just a really, really good subject to talk about. Because so many people have different questions. So many different questions about it. So, anyhow, I appreciate y'all tuning into my show. Next week is, I believe it's the 3rd week in August. So I have John Stevens coming back on, and we are going to be talking about the upcoming paranormal events. So I appreciate you guys' support. I appreciate you tuning in. Theresa, I'll hook up with you. I'll probably call you like right now. So anyway, good night. Love you guys. Thank you so much.